This is Robert Allen Griese and Judith Ann Griese. Many of you know Robert Allen as Bob Griese, but many of you don't know the story of Judi Griese. Those are my parents, and while everybody knows the story of my dad, I wanted to share the story of my mom with you today. She was the most compassionate and caring person that I have ever known in my life, and unfortunately I didn't have long enough with her. She died when I was 12 years old from breast cancer, and I remember feeling like the only 12-year-old boy in the world that had just lost his mom, and I felt very alone. I was angry at society for not being able to cure cancer. I was angry at God for taking somebody who was so good to so many people far too early in her life. I was angry at myself for not being a better son and having a chance to go back and fix that. And it impacted every aspect of my life. And I really would have benefited from having somewhere I could go to meet other kids that were going through the same thing and to know that I was not alone. And so my wife, Brooke, and I started an organization 20 years ago in honor of my mom called Judi's House. And our goal was to work with grieving children and families to let them know that they're not alone and to give them a safe place to come and meet other kids and families that are going through the same thing, and to build connection and healing and coping skills to prevent the negative outcomes that come from unresolved grief, whether that's depression, anxiety, teen suicide. We wanted to prevent those things and to build a safety net for grieving children and families. Today is Children's Grief Awareness Day, and it was created so that all of us can become more aware of the needs of grieving children and how we can begin to talk with them and to help them through the most difficult times in their life. We are honored to be a part of this field of children's grief and to do our part to help. And there are many organizations like Judi's House around the country today that are doing the same thing, raising awareness of the needs of grieving children. And I want to commend all of them, all of the people that are doing work in this field for showing the courage and the commitment and the passion to give back and to help. And I believe we have an opportunity to take a tragedy in a kid's life and to support them through that most difficult time and to teach them the skills to move forward in a healthy manner and to give back in honor of the person that they've lost who has died. Ultimately, that's what I'm trying to do in honor of my mom. And so today, I encourage anybody that's listening to this that has grief in their life or that has a family member or neighbor, business partner that is going through it to access the resources online and get information as to how to help grieving families. I appreciate everybody's work throughout the years, and I look forward to continuing with the passion and the work to help as many families as possible.